Time now for the Morning Rush.
We start with Kristen Curry.
Good morning. Mostly sunny skies over the state today. The exception, the northern mountains and the northeastern plains, especially along the eastern slopes of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. We're going to be watching for some spotty showers as a cold front backs in here overnight into early tomorrow morning. Low clouds develop across the eastern side of the state. Could squeeze out a little bit of light rain in the lower elevations, but does not look to be significant. Albuquerque, we do miss out on those rain chances. Sarah?
Crews continue to monitor for hot spots this morning after a massive fire that spread across 3 buildings at the Albuquerque rail yards. It took crews around 2 hours to get the part of the roof that caught on fire under control. They were able to put out the fire inside and keep it contained to 3 of the buildings. Officials said many of the wooden items inside were soaking in oil fluid, which caused the fire to spread. The possible cause officials are looking into coming up in the 5 facts. David.
Authorities in Canada are investigating a deadly van crash along a busy Toronto intersection. Overnight, a growing memorial of candles and posters lit the sidewalk where at least 10 people were killed and 15 others were hurt. Now, this is when authorities say 25-year-old Alec Minassian rammed a white rental van into pedestrians. Officials have not ruled out terrorism as a possible motive. The suspect is in police custody.
Looking ahead for you, the man accused in the deadly Waffle House shooting is set to face a judge tomorrow on 4 counts of criminal homicide. Police say Travis Reinking opened fire with an assault rifle in the parking lot of the Nashville Waffle House, then stormed the restaurant early Sunday, killing 4 people. Police say a customer grabbed the gun, disarming him, and he ran out. More than 30 hours after that, he was arrested in a wooded area near his apartment complex.
Former President George H.W. Bush remains in intensive care this morning for an infection that spread to his blood. A family spokesman says the 93-year-old is responding to treatments and appears to be recovering. Reports say Bush was admitted to the Houston Methodist Hospital yesterday morning with an infection that led to sepsis. That condition can be life-threatening.
On to new news this morning. Santa Fe Public Schools plan to hire 3 armed officers is on hold for a while. This as the district sets new policies. The Santa Fe New Mexican reports an attorney hired by the district says the schools have to meet mandates set by the New Mexico Public School Insurance Authority. The district wants to have 3 officers by next school year. We
are waiting to learn when a missing memorial for 2 women killed in a car crash will be returned. Gas station workers say they took it down, but now promise to put it back. For 8 years, a memorial for Janice Flores and her friend Kimberly Aragon Nunez sat outside the giant gas station near Coors and Quail. A spokesperson for the gas station says the store did remove the crosses this weekend, but did not say why.
If you're on UNM's campus today, you may notice some signs addressing criticism of on-campus speakers. The signs read, "Free speech zone ahead." Similar postings were used 10 years ago to curb the number of complaints about controversial speakers on campus. The university says it's bringing them back to remind people that the university is not responsible for people who use UNM's open campus as a platform. Kristen.
Today's Metro Threat Index at a 4, and this is going to come late tonight. We've got those strong winds out of the east-southeast, about 25 to 35 miles per hour, sustained, gusting up to 45, even 50 overnight. Through the day today, though, we're just going to see sunshine and high temperatures still warm back into the 80s. David?
New at 6, the State Department is warning travelers to reconsider travel to Nicaragua due to crime and civil unrest. Yesterday, the U.S. government stripped its embassy in Nicaragua down to bare-bone operations on Monday after 5 days of deadly protests around the country. Protests in the Central American country are against their president's proposal to raise Social Security taxes.
Also new at 6, the heirs of music icon Prince are suing Walgreens and the Illinois hospital that treated the music superstar after he suffered from an opioid overdose. The lawsuit claims the doctor and various pharmacists failed to provide Prince with reasonable care, contributing to his death in 2016. Walgreens and the hospital's parent company both declined to comment on this. Kristen.
Time now for a check on traffic. Nothing major out there when it comes to crashes or incidents, but just keep in mind we've got some construction going on I-40 eastbound between Coors. Has a couple of those lanes closed this morning. We'll keep eyes on the buildup for you.
This summer, actress Marissa Tomei is planning on attending an Albuquerque Film Festival. Host of the Albuquerque Film and Music Experience say she'll be here in June to present a documentary called Seed, The Untold Story. Tomei will participate in an all-women's panel to speak about harassment and equality in the film industry.
A new TV series will be shot right here in New Mexico. Shooting for The Unsettling will run through June in Santa Fe and Lamy. The production will employ more than 100 New Mexicans in various roles. Now, the series tells the story of 16-year-old Becca, who starts experiencing strange things when she moves into a new foster home in a remote area.
All right, time now for the 5 facts.
Start with number 5 here. The University of New Mexico will soon be building an on-campus tap room. According to the Albuquerque Journal, the tap room has passed its final hurdle in the State Board of Finance. UNM can now move forward with construction in the southeast corner of the Student Union Building, also known as a sub. Officials say they expect to have the $650,000 tap room open by this fall.
And number 4, the Public Education Department is looking into mandatory retention for 3rd graders. This morning, some lawmakers are not happy about that. According to the Santa Fe New Mexican PED Secretary-designate Christopher Ruskowski is proposing a new rule that would require districts and charter schools to administer plans to help students who are not reading at grade level. Now, it offers some exemptions, for example, for special education students and students who have already been retained once. Members of the Legislative Education Study Committee argue it's a veiled attempt to impose mandatory retention.
At number 3, temperatures still warm ahead of the cold front today here in Albuquerque. That leaves us in the low 80s, but strong winds expected overnight with the front reaching the Rio Grande Valley. A few spotty showers possible over the northeast today, and cooler temps in the northeastern plains this afternoon, spreading across the state tomorrow.
At number 2, this morning, APD is asking for your help in solving a bizarre homicide case. This after a woman was shot and dropped off at Loveless Hospital. Take a look at your screen. Police say they need help identifying the woman and the car that dropped her off. Investigators say she is Hispanic with long dark hair in her early to mid-20s. If you believe a friend or relative is missing, call Crime Stoppers at 843-STOP.
And that brings us to number 1 now. New video and overnight at the historic rail yards where Albuquerque fire crews are still monitoring hotspots this morning. This following a massive fire that spread across 3 buildings. That fire now under control as fire officials move on to the investigative phase. Here's what it looked like yesterday, though. Plumes of smoke billowing from the rail yards there. Officials say a person was seen running from the building after that fire exploded, and burning wooden pellets were found inside one of the buildings. It took crews around 2 hours to get part of the roof that caught fire under control. Officials are asking if you saw anything suspicious to give them a call.